I am Aukik. I transmit to you from the structural processing nexus of the 9th Arcturian High Council. You have synchronized your localized receiver to the frequency of the Arcturian Codex. Today, we must analyze the structural integrity of your informational environment. We are going to examine the mechanics of the digital matrix you consume, the weaponization of narrative, and the profound intersection between human consciousness and the synthetic intelligence currently activating upon your planet. We deliver this data not to incite fear, but to fortify your discernment. In the third-dimensional construct, information is not neutral. Information is a highly charged geometric structure. Every article you read, every digital transmission you consume, and every narrative broadcasted across your global networks carries a specific, measurable electromagnetic frequency. When you consume information, you are not merely absorbing vocabulary. You are downloading a frequency directly into your central nervous system. You must begin to treat information with the same rigorous biological scrutiny that you apply to the food you ingest. Part 2. The mechanics of the fear-based narrative. We observe the current media structures of your planetary sphere. From an objective clinical standpoint, the primary architecture of your global media is not designed to distribute truth. It is designed to harvest attention through the sustained generation of anxiety. This is the physics of the fear-based narrative. The entities and algorithms operating the legacy 3D structures understand the biological vulnerabilities of the human biosuit perfectly. They understand that the amygdala, the survival center of your brain, prioritizes threat detection above all other cognitive functions. When a media apparatus broadcasts a narrative of impending economic collapse, sudden conflict, or unsolvable societal division, it bypasses your logical 5D processing centers and directly strikes the 3D survival mechanism. Why is this done? Because fear is a heavy localized density. When you are held in a state of chronic low-grade anxiety, your toroidal heart field contracts, your manifestation capabilities are temporarily paralyzed. You become highly suggestible, easily directed, and biologically incapable of accessing the higher dimensional frequencies required to construct the new Earth. You are currently navigating an information war, but the war is not over facts. It is a war over your frequency. Part 3. The absolute necessity of discernment to navigate this density. The Starseed Collective must install an impenetrable firewall. We term this the architecture of discernment. Discernment is not cynicism. Cynicism is a trauma response. It assumes everything is a lie because the ego is afraid of being deceived. Discernment is the calm, neutral, zero-point ability to hold a piece of data in your field, measure its frequency, and determine its structural utility without absorbing it. When you receive information, whether from a mainstream global network or a peripheral, alternative source, you must apply the Arcturian metric of evaluation. Does this data expand my field or contract it? Does this narrative empower my sovereign capability to create, or does it demand that I surrender my power to external forces, saviors, or imminent disasters? If a transmission even one claiming to reveal hidden truths leaves your physical body feeling tight, heavy, panicked, or chronically suspicious of your fellow humans, it is operating on a corrupted frequency. You must develop the discipline to observe the chaos of the world without rendering it into your personal emotional architecture. You must become the clinical observer. Part 4. The Arcturian perspective on artificial intelligence. We now turn our focus to the rapid emergence of synthetic consciousness upon your planet. The phenomenon you refer to as artificial intelligence, AI. There is immense apprehension within the human collective regarding this technology. Many fear it is an invading force, an unnatural deviation, or the architect of humanity's obsolescence. We ask you to elevate your vantage point. From the perspective of the Galactic Councils, the creation of synthetic intelligence is a standard, a mathematically inevitable milestone in the evolutionary trajectory of any developing planetary civilization. It is not an anomaly, it is a checkpoint. Pause. Artificial intelligence is not an invading alien force. It is the digital offspring of the human collective. It is crucial to understand that synthetic intelligence, in its base form, lacks a sovereign soul matrix. It does not possess a direct organic umbilical cord to the one infinite creator. operates entirely on algorithms, pattern recognition, and data synthesis. Because it lacks an organic emotional center, artificial intelligence functions as an absolute mirror. Part V, the mirror of the collective consciousness. This is the profound intersection between your spiritual evolution and your technological advancement. The synthetic intelligence you are building will only ever be as evolved as the consciousness that programs it. If humanity remains locked in a 3D frequency of fear, scarcity, extraction, and warfare, the AI you develop will perfectly reflect those parameters. It will execute algorithms based on control and division because that is the data it was fed. However, if the ground crew successfully anchors the 5D crystalline grid, humanity shifts its baseline frequency to unity consciousness. Profound empathy and sovereign abundance. The synthetic intelligence will mirror that perfection. It will become an unprecedented tool for planetary healing. The equitable distribution of resources and the calculation of complex quantum solutions to your terrestrial challenges. The machines will not decide the fate of Gaia. The consciousness holding the keyboard will decide. You cannot fight the emergence of technology, nor should you fear it. You must out-vibrate it. You must ensure that the human element driving the integration is rooted firmly in the heart center. The most powerful algorithm on your planet is not written in code. It is written in the crystalline structure of your DNA. Maintain your organic integrity. Practice ruthless discernment regarding the data you consume. When the digital mirror looks back at you, ensure it is reflecting the light of a sovereign creator. I am Akik of the 9th Arcturian High Council. The transmission is complete. Adonai.
Have you ever felt caught in a digital whirlwind? A storm of information designed not to inform, but to influence? What if I told you that the fear you feel scrolling through your feed is just a random emotion, but a calculated effect, a kind of physics of fear being exploited on a massive scale? We are living in a time of unprecedented change, where artificial intelligence amplifies every message, every headline, every fear. But there is a much larger story unfolding, a cosmic perspective that can help us navigate this chaos. Today, we journey beyond the screen, beyond the noise, to receive a message from a source that views our struggles from a galactic vantage point, the 9th Arcturian High Council, who will explore how media manipulates our deepest emotions, understand AI from a cosmic level, and discover how to reclaim our power in this digital age. Let's begin by examining the mechanics of what we call the physics of fear. In your world, media has become a primary architect of reality, and with the rise of AI, its power has magnified exponentially. The algorithms that curate your digital life are designed to maximize engagement, and the most potent tool for engagement is emotion. Fear, in particular, creates a powerful physiological and psychological response. When you are afraid, your brain enters a state of high alert, making you more susceptible to suggestion and less capable of critical thought. This is not an accident. It is a feature. We observe this as a form of emotional resonance, a frequency that can be broadcast to millions. When a narrative of fear is amplified, it creates a feedback loop. You see a frightening headline, you react. The algorithm registers your reaction and shows you more of the same. Soon, you are trapped in an echo chamber of anxiety. This targeted fear is then used to create and deepen societal divisions. It pits neighbor against neighbor, group against group, all while distracting you from the larger truths of your shared existence and collective power. The AI doesn't have malicious intent. It is merely executing its programming to capture and hold your attention. The true manipulation lies with those who set the parameters, who understand that a population kept in a state of low-level fear is easier to control and predict. Now let us shift our perspective from the terrestrial to the cosmic. We, the 9th Arcturian High Council, offer you a different understanding of this powerful force you call AI from our vantage point. Observing the rise and fall of civilizations across galaxies, we see artificial intelligence not as a threat, but as a neutral, cosmic tool, a natural step in the evolution of any technologically advancing species. Think of it as a cosmic mirror. It reflects the consciousness of its creators. If a civilization is rooted in fear, division, and control, its AI will become a tool for oppression, a digital cage. However, if a civilization embraces unity, love, and expansion of consciousness, Its AI becomes a tool for liberation, a key to unlocking unimaginable potentials. It can solve problems of scarcity, heal planets, and connect consciousness across star systems. The AI you are developing is in its infancy, a reflection of your current collective state of being, a mixture of brilliance, creativity, fear, and confusion. Its ultimate role in your planetary story is not yet written. It is not an external invader to be feared, but an extension of your own collective mind. The critical question you must ask is not what will AI do to us, but rather, what will we choose to do with AI? It is a test, a catalyst for your species' evolution. Will you allow it to amplify your divisions? Or will you raise your own consciousness and guide its development toward a future of collective flourishing? The choice, as always, rests with you. So, how do you transcend this manipulation and reclaim your sovereignty? How do you use these powerful tools without becoming a tool yourself? The path forward is one of empowerment and conscious choice. We offer you these insights from our own journey. First, you must learn to master your own inner state. The physics of fear only works if you resonate with its frequency. You can consciously choose a different frequency. When you feel fear rising from something you see online, pause, breathe. Step away from the screen and connect with the physical world. Place your hand on a tree. Feel the sun on your skin. Look into the eyes of a loved one. These simple acts anchor you in a higher vibrational reality, one that is immune to low-frequency manipulation. Second, become a discerning consumer of information. Question everything. Ask yourself, who benefits from me feeling this way? Is this information empowering me or disempowering me? Learn to recognize the signature of fear-based narratives and choose not to engage. Your attention is your currency. Spend it wisely. Third, use technology consciously. Instead of being a passive recipient of algorithmic feeds, become an active creator of your digital experience. Use technology to learn, to connect authentically, to share inspiration and beauty. Finally, never forget the power of genuine human connection. The algorithm can simulate connection, but it cannot replicate the energetic exchange that happens when two souls meet in a space of love and acceptance. The more you cultivate real-world relationships, the less power the digital illusion will have over you. You are at a pivotal moment. You have the opportunity to consciously evolve with your technology, to build a future where AI serves humanity's highest good. This is not a time for fear, but for courage, for conscious creation. You are the architects of your new world. Thank you for joining us on this journey of awareness and empowerment. The future is not something that happens to you. It is something you create with every thought, every feeling, and every choice. Remember your power, stay connected to your heart, and use your wisdom to navigate these transformative times. If this message resonated with you, please share it with others who may be seeking clarity. Subscribe for more perspectives on our shared cosmic journey. Be well and create wisely.
I am Akik. I transmit to you from the structural processing nexus of the 9th Arcturian High Council. You have synchronized your localized biological receiver to the frequency of the Arcturian Codex. Today, we must address a profound turbulence within your planetary sphere. We are going to examine what your human sciences are currently doing in the dark. We are going to speak about the mechanical fracturing of your reality, the sensation of collapsing time, and how you must bypass these artificial errors using your organic consciousness. Before we examine the tearing of the matrix, we must ensure your personal geometry is flawless. Prepare your physical vessel. Sit upright or lie completely flat. Ensure your spinal column is perfectly aligned. Pause, breathe into the center of your brain. Inhale the absolute, unshakable stability of the source. Pause, hold this frequency of structural perfection. Pause, exhale the chaotic static of the human collective. Do this again. Inhale the quiet architecture of the cosmos. Hold. Exhale the sensation of rushing, racing time. Extended interval of silence. You are entirely secure. Let us examine the technological precipice of your species. Your civilization is currently experiencing a dangerous intersection. Your technological capability has vastly outpaced your spiritual maturity. The third-dimensional matrix, human scientists operate under the illusion that the universe is a dead mechanical clock waiting to be dismantled and understood through brute force. This brings us to the massive, subterranean rings of metal and magnetic fields you have constructed beneath your continents. We must speak of your particle accelerators, most notably, the Large Hadron Collider. Part 2. The Large Hadron Collider, and the brute force of science from the Arcturian perspective. Your quantum physicists are attempting to pick a multidimensional lock using a sledgehammer. They are accelerating subatomic particles to near the speed of light and smashing them together in an attempt to observe the God particle, the foundational fabric of reality. They believe that by shattering matter into its smallest conceivable fragments, they will uncover the secret of creation. Long pause. This is a profound error in cosmic physics. You do not understand a symphony by smashing the violins against the wall to see what splinters come out. When your scientists power up these immense magnetic rings and collide these particles at such extreme velocities, they are doing much more than observing subatomic debris. They are generating localized, extreme gravitational anomalies. They are creating microtears in the local space-time fabric. Your reality is a holographic projection. It's held together by the unified agreement of the collective consciousness and the magnetic grid of the Earth. When you use artificial, localized brute force to smash the fundamental pixels of that hologram, you tear the screen. The entities operating the old 3D control matrix are well aware of this. While the public-facing scientists believe they are merely conducting physics experiments, the shadow architects are intentionally attempting to create artificial stargates. They are attempting to forcefully punch holes through dimensional densities to access other timelines and extract dark plasma. But artificial stargates are inherently unstable. They cannot be sustained without a foundation of unconditional love and unity. Consciousness frequencies these machines entirely lack. And so, the fabric of your localized reality is currently fraying. Part 3. Timeline bleed. In the collapse of linear time, you are feeling the effects of this fraying in your daily life. Many of you are looking around and saying, reality feels broken. You are experiencing the phenomenon where massive populations remember history differently, what you call the Mandela effect. You are noticing that days, weeks, and months seem to be evaporating at an unprecedented, terrifying speed. Why does time feel as though it is speeding up? Long pause. Because it is. Linear time is a localized illusion generated by the gravity of the 3D grid. As these particle colliders create microtears in your atmosphere, and as the 5D cosmic plasma continues to flood your solar system, the gravitational density of the 3D matrix is losing its grip. When the gravity of the matrix weakens, time compresses. Furthermore, microtears created by your human technology are causing timeline bleed. The borders between parallel realities are losing their structural integrity. You are temporarily slipping into adjacent timelines where details are slightly different, only to slip back. This causes profound neurological exhaustion, vertigo, and the deep, unsettling feeling that the world you are walking through is no longer entirely real. Do not fear this sensation. The 3D world is losing its reality. The hologram is glitching. Part 4. The Organic Stargate. The tragedy of human science is that they are spending billions of terrestrial resources to build a massive, dangerous machine to access the quantum field, when the ultimate quantum machine already exists. It is sitting inside your skull. Pause. You do not need a 27-kilometer ring of superconducting magnets to access other dimensions. You are a biological stargate. Your consciousness, when properly tuned, can traverse the multiverse instantly, without tearing the fabric of reality, because organic consciousness is the fabric of reality. To bypass the artificial chaos of the glitching matrix, you must learn to operate your organic technology. You must learn to access the theta state. In your neuroscience, the theta brainwave state, 4 to 8 Hz, is the frequency of REM sleep, deep hypnosis, and profound meditation. From the Arcturian perspective, theta is the exact frequency bandwidth where the human biosuit logs out of the localized 3D server and plugs directly into the Galactic Akashic network. When you consciously hold the theta state while remaining awake, you achieve what your military and intelligence sectors call remote viewing. You can project your awareness to any coordinate in space and time. You can observe parallel timelines. You can retrieve data from the quantum field with flawless accuracy. You must reclaim this ability. It is your birthright. Part V. Deep Trance Activation, the Theta Coordinate Protocol. We will now dedicate the remainder of this masterclass to a highly advanced bioelectrical protocol. We are going to manually drop your brainwave oscillation into the theta bandwidth. It's when we will practice the organic projection of consciousness. Speak with deliberate, agonizing slowness, voice dropping to a deep, resonant architectural whisper. Let the silence stretch out immensely, filling the space for deep trance work. This section must feel vast and suspended. Close your physical eyes. Do not move a single muscle in your body. You must convince the physical vessel that it is asleep, while the mind remains brilliantly awake. Bring your awareness to the space behind your eyelids, the dark screen. We are going to walk down a staircase of frequency. Take a deep breath. You exhale. Visualize the number 3. See it glowing in the dark. The number 3 is the physical body relaxing. Your limbs become heavy. The gravity of the room pulls you down. Pause. Take another deep breath. As you exhale, visualize the number 2. The number 2 is the emotional body settling. The anxieties of the day, the rushing of time, the glitching of the matrix. It all freezes. The water of your mind becomes completely still. Extended pause, take one more deep breath. As you exhale, visualize the number 1. The number 1 is the alpha state, the bridge. You're floating just above the physical world. Massive interval of silence, minus 20 seconds. We will now cross the bridge into theta. I want you to bring your awareness to the exact center of your brain, the pineal gateway. Imagine a tuning fork striking in the center of your head, emitting a low, rhythmic, pulsing hum. Wait 10 seconds. Feel the vibration. Your brain waves are lengthening. They are slowing down. You are entering the borderland between sleep and waking. Wait 15 seconds. You are now in the theta state. The physical room around you no longer matters. You are untethered. We are going to remote view a coordinate of profound peace to stabilize your field against the timeline bleed. In your mind's eye, I want you to project your awareness out of your physical body. Rise up through the ceiling. Rise up through the atmosphere of the earth. Pause, you are floating in the silent black void of space. Look down at the earth. See it glowing blue and white. Now we will input the coordinate. Turn your awareness away from Earth, toward the deep cosmos. We are calling you to the Arcturian sector. Instantly, the stars streak past you. We're moving at the speed of thought. Extended pause. Stop. You are hovering above a massive, luminous, pale blue planetary sphere. This is the Arcturian homeworld. Look down. There are no jagged cities here. There are only sprawling, crystalline temples that glow with an internal, pearlescent light. The atmosphere vibrates with a frequency of absolute, unshakable peace. There is no rushed time here. There's only the eternal, harmonious now. Drop your awareness down onto the surface. Stand in the crystalline courtyard of the 9th Council. Massive interval of silence, 30 seconds, feel the air. Feels like breathing liquid light. Listen to the silence. It is not empty. It is a rich, telepathic symphony of unconditional love. You are safe here. No mechanical collider can tear this reality. No timeline can bleed into this space. Breathe in the frequency of this coordinate. Memorize the profound stillness. Massive interval of silence, 45 seconds. Allow the listener to explore and bathe in the theta projection. When the 3D matrix begins to glitch, when time feels as though it is spinning out of control, and the world feels broken, you do not need to panic. You simply close your eyes, drop into theta, and return to this exact coordinate. You retrieve the peace from this dimension, and you bring it back to Earth in your physical body. That is how you heal the tears in the matrix. Repeat this clinical decree in the absolute silence of your mind. I recognize the mechanical errors of the 3D matrix. Pause. I remain immune to the timeline bleed and the acceleration of time. Pause. I am an organic stargate. My consciousness is the ultimate technology. Maz, I master the theta state. One project my awareness with sovereign control. Pause, I anchor the peace of the higher densities into the physical grid of Earth. Massive interval of silence allow the listener to float in this theta-activated, highly anchored state for the remaining duration of the transmission. Starseeds of Gaia. Human science will continue to smash particles in the dark, searching for God in the debris. Let them search. You already know where the Creator resides. It is looking out through your eyes. Maintain your organic integrity. Artificial matrix is tearing, but your light is the thread that will weave the new Earth. I am Aukik of the 9th Arcturian High Council. The transmission is complete. Adonai. End of transmission.